All right, let's dive in. We've got a really fun one to break down today. Celtics opening night. You guys sent in a ton of requests to break this one down, and, well, for good reason.
Yeah, it was a game that had everything. Celtics, Knicks, always a good rivalry. But on top of that, you've got the Knicks with their new additions, trying to make a statement right out of the gate. So a lot of eyes were on this one for sure.
Oh, yeah. Huge expectations, especially for the Knicks, to see how Bridges and Towns would fit in, right? But, man, the Celtics just, I mean, they just came out and I don't even know, what would you call that? A statement game.
That's one way to put it, yeah. I mean, just dominant right from the tip-off. And the way they did it, too, I mean, we're talking about a historic three-point barrage.
Seriously, it was like they couldn't miss. 29 threes they hit. 29. Do you know how crazy that is? That tied the NBA record. They were one shot away from breaking the whole thing.
It's insane. And you could just feel it in the arena, that energy. Every time they shot, the crowd was going wild, just waiting for them to break that record. One more three. I bet you could hear it on TV.
I bet. Must have been something else. To be there live and feel that. And think about this for a second. They outscored the Knicks from three-point range by 54 points. They almost made more threes than the Knicks even attempted.
It really highlights the offensive strategy the Celtics employed.
Right.
This wasn't just chucking up threes. It was calculated. It was part of their game plan, and boy, did they execute it.
Absolutely. This was not your, chuck it up and hope for the best kind of three-point shooting. This was precision. This was teamwork. This was, beautiful basketball to watch, honestly. They hit 10 threes in the first quarter, 10 out of 16. Come on. That's just showing off.
It really set the tone, didn't it? Right away, you knew it was going to be a special night.
Yeah.
And by halftime, well, they had already tied the Celtics franchise record for threes in a game, and on top of that, had a commanding 19-point lead. Game over, pretty much.
So let's break it down a little bit more.
Right.
It was more than just the threes. They shot 50% overall. That's crazy good. And what about that assist-to-turnover ratio?
33 assists to 3 turnovers.
3 to 33. That's unheard of. You just don't see that. You see that in, a video game, It was beautiful passing, guys cutting to the basket, wide open shots. It was textbook team basketball.
Exactly, and that's what was so impressive. It wasn't just one or two guys having a hot night. This was a full team effort. Smart plays, unselfish basketball, taking care of the ball. They just dominated in every aspect of the game.
Okay, so we got to talk about the Knicks, though. Bridges and Towns, big names, big expectations coming in. What did you see? What were your takeaways from their performance?
Well, got to be honest, it wasn't their night. They didn't really, they didn't quite live up to the hype, struggled to find their rhythm on offense. And defensively, they just seemed to step behind.
So first game jitters. It's a new team, new system. Takes a while to gel, right?
There you go, definitely. You can't judge them based on just one game.
Right.
They need time. They need to figure out how to play together, how to fit into this new system. It's a process.
And the Celtics, on the other hand, they're like a well-oiled machine.
Exactly. They're the defending champs for a reason. And they're picking up right where they left off. They're a team on a mission.
I hate to say it as a Knicks fan, but yeah, it was like they were playing a different sport almost. The level of execution, the precision. And I got to say, it makes you wonder, is this the future of basketball? Are we going to see more and more teams embracing this three-point heavy style of play? The Celtics showed just how effective it can be.
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It worked for them. Are we entering an era where three-pointers dominate the game even more than before? Or are we going to see other teams adapt, maybe develop counter strategies to neutralize this style? What do you think?
That's a great question and a tough one to answer. I guess we'll have to see how the rest of the season plays out. But man, that Celtics game, what a way to start the season.
Definitely one for the history books.
All right, well, that's our deep dive for today. Make sure to send us your thoughts on this. Are we heading into a three-point revolution? Let us know. Until next time.
See you then.